That's fine.
We're on record now?
Yeah, you're good.
All right, good. All right, so let me go ahead and do my intro. And welcome everybody to another hour of the LOLO Knows Radio Show. I am your host, LOLO. Sitting with me is a really awesome friend of mine, DJ producer, legendary in the dance music scene, Mr. Stonebridge. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I mean, the weather could have been better. It doesn't show off Cleveland in the best light, but we do love Cleveland anyway. Genuine people.
Yes, we are. We are genuine people. But you know what? The weather shouldn't even stop us from even doing our thing tonight because, you know, Clevelanders are really used to just this type of weather. Actually, 1 year ago on my time hop, it was 70 degrees out. Today it's like 47 or something.
It's actually working in our favor because summertime, it's always the barbecue and all that.
Yes.
People want to do other things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, right, the club night. Now, at least, people are so bored that they can't wait to get to Barley House tonight and rock that shit.
That's
right.
right.
It actually works in our favor, I think.
What's really exciting is Barley House doing this. You know, it's just like they've been just getting into the whole dance music and they have a great following, a great crowd, and they've been very open to doing this. And it's actually been working in their favor, and people are really enjoying it. You just did this show. You did a show with Jeff Osmond's about a year ago, right?
No, it was in April. I think it was April.
Was it this past year?
Yeah, man.
Oh my God! Like really? And they wanted him back that quick.
I'm that good.
You are that good. You are real good. You're good, you. Tell me what's been up with you.
Well, I'm on to my third big single this year. It was Losing Control in April.
Yes.
Which, we invited Jeff. We actually revealed that in your show.
Yes.
Do you remember? And he
Yes,
was sitting
we did.
there all shocked, he didn't know about it.
Yes.
Then in summer I had one called Believe It. Really, really good. And now I'm on to Out of Nowhere, my new single that I launched yesterday actually.
I know, and I just heard it, and it was amazing, and I love it so much. I want to tell you something. You are so consistent, and I guess this is where I really want to kind of draw the conversation because you're very inspirational. You know, this isn't an easy road to do what you're doing. It's just, it's one of these things. If you love it, and you can't live without it. And if you are half-hearted about it, you might as well just get out. And maybe maybe there are people out there that have some successes, but then they just always are complaining. To me, I just feel like you're always consistently not only working, but you're so good at what you do, and it's showing in what you're able to, in your fruit, the fruit that you're actually now harvesting.
Yeah, thank you for, it's actually a really good point you're bringing up here because there's a lot of people in our industry they've seen that, EDM, that seems to be lucrative, we should totally get in there. I mean, Paris Hilton, there's different people doing it, they got into it, it seems exciting. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, Paris is actually filling Amnesia every week in Ibiza, 2 years in a row, which is amazing. So I have respect for her. She's worked hard, she's now a DJ and she's filling that room. It's not easy. I know big techno names, Richie Horton has had a half full night there. Mm-hmm. She packs it every Tuesday, and it's
why is that? What is it about her?
I tell you,
I'm seriously, because there are people that have, that don't know her, that are probably a little like. I mean, are they just going to just see her because of who she is, or are they really going there because she's technically actually pretty good?
We're gonna come back to the thing. It's now. People go to a club because it's the thing to do that
mm-hmm.
night. They want to be seen on Instagram and pictures,
mm-hmm.
being at the spot that everybody's talking about.
Okay.
What you don't get now that you used to get maybe 10 years ago is people talking about the night.
Right.
I can't believe that track, it dropped like 2:30, it was a bass line. People were talking for hours after.
Yeah.
You went to an after party and talked about the night, especially DJs, they compared notes. Did you play that dub? Oh man, it went off, I played it too early. We had these geeky kind of conversations. No one talks about that. No one talks about how did it look? How was the sound? Was the bass kicking, like was the opening guy good,
Okay, but in the underground scene here, they talk. That's all they talk about.
Yeah, but
all like the the bass
nail
lines
on the
and
head.
everything.
it's music driven.
Right.
Techno, tech house, deep house is music driven. So you need smaller venues, like really dark basement clubs. Like in Detroit, they have this Grasshopper thing. It's basically like an old factory basement, and they have beers for $5, and there's like a mobile DJ setup, and they play music, and people standing there with beer bottles, like swaying to the music, closing their eyes. It's absolutely amazing to see.
Yeah.
And they dance. Whereas in a modern club, people jump. Because you need a cue. Put your fucking hands up, and everybody starts jumping, and they fist pump. It's like a cue. Oh, right, this is the jumping bit.
Yeah.
And then in the breakdown, all the iPhones come up, and you see like 5,000 phones filming the moment. Instead of, put that shit down. Experience the night with your eyes. Listen to the music and get involved. No, they experience it through the video, which they then post instantly on Instagram. To sort of show that I'm here, it's awesome night, everybody's here tonight.
I just want everybody to know that Ricky Spanish is here, so you can definitely chime in to this conversation, because I'm already looking at your, look, come here.
He's just saying,
you might as well just come over here.
Right.
He's been nodding for 10 minutes.
I'm just sitting over there nodding. This guy's crawling inside my head.
All right, go ahead.
No, he's hitting it right on the head, man. Everybody lives through their phone now, and it's like you're viewing the world through a frame at this point, and at the same time it's about being seen as opposed to going out. Like back when I first started DJing, like late 90s, early 2000s and stuff, you went out to A, see the DJ, and B, to listen to what he played, and now it's about just kind of being seen out. So he hit the nail on the head. There's really nothing else to say about it.
Randy, I'm just putting you out there. Munch Productions, you're bringing this guy back. I have to just give you all the kudos and the props, and me and you share a lot of the same vision. We share a lot of the same passion, and I know that you've had, we've talked about this just lightly. I'm just one little word, please, pretty please, just in what he was saying, because you know what, honestly, this has been where his frustration was, even just being a promoter and somebody who just really loves the music and has been a fan, a lover of this whole scene forever. Forever. And it's heartbreaking, isn't it, sometimes? But then we have to kind of balance it all out and accept what's new and what this generation's actually bringing in, don't we?
Yeah. No, you're hitting everything on the head. The times are changing fast within the scene. It just seems how people don't go out for the right reason anymore. It's definitely to be seen, these people, but being in the industry 25 years, I've always stuck to the mindset it's all about the music. I explain it to people from the beginning. What do you do? Why do you do it? It's never been about the money. It's always been about the artists, the fans, the music. Bottom line, everything else comes extra. And now times are changing fast, but I still stick to, why do I do this? People do it. At the end of the day, it's all about the music. Stone's music is still the best house music around, the best dance music. He appeals to the masses. He relates to everybody. He gives the sing-alongs. He plays the most popular tracks that are out there from other artists. Then he'll sprinkle in his new stuff. And to me, how he does it, worldwide, genius. And not everybody has that opportunity to do how he does it. So that inspires me to see, if I was a producer DJ, I'd do that same method, because I think it works. I'll say it today and forever. Right now, his break that he deserves still hasn't come to where it should be. I think it's a matter of time where his recognized talent across the world should have the bigger gigs, the bigger festivals, and again, it should be Stone's choice to pick and choose which ones he wants. But the guy's middle-aged man, and where he's at now, I'm blown away. I'm blown away that he still hasn't got the platform that he deserves.
Right.
And I think it comes down to, if people recognize what he's trying to do, what he's trying to capture with his audience, he'll get his break, because he's in the business for the right reasons. I've seen him do it year after year, and still to this day, he's on point with what he does. He does it for the fans. He does it because he knows music, and everything he does, he's spot on with it. So I'm inspired. That's why I book him every year, all the time. Because when I book somebody, he brings to the table what I want when I go out. He gives the feel, the look, the sound. He's inspired, he's good with people, and to me, that's all I want. People leave there remembering, wow, he played this, he played that, and it's all about a good time. So
it's amazing how much I've attracted the same type of like attracts like, and like you two think on the same level of experience, and you guys are in the business for the right reasons and not for, you know, instant gratification or how to, you know, this is gonna, like you said at the beginning, Stone, about the, you know, a lot of people seeing EDM as, oh, I can make some money off of this. Now everybody's a DJ.
Look at the Zac Efron film. That's a typical example of corporate America. This EDM thing, that's lucrative, man. Let's do a movie. Put a pretty boy in there. We're gonna make millions. The problem was that it wasn't. They brought one of the New York papers brought DJs into a theater to see the film, and just asked them, you know, what was right, what was wrong, you know, and he got slaughtered because it's not real. It opens with that. The only thing you need now is to have decent track, and you get the gigs. You know, you're famous, and it's like opening with that. You know, which is completely what it's not about. To then reconnect to what you started with. The reason, for me, it's never been, you know, oh, I'm going to go into the studio and make a top 10. I'm a song guy. You know, I make dance songs, and it's slightly different. This one is a bit funkier, a lot more of a classic Stonebridge sound than the previous one, but you know, it depends on the song. You know, I arrange it. I'm not like I check out what's happening on the beat.
Okay, so let's get back to that. You said a Stonebridge, and even when somebody like Madonna says, "Hey, can you remix this track for me?" She's not saying remix this track for me because she's Madonna and you're doing it a Madonna type of way. I mean, you're keeping the song, the authenticity of it, but she loves your style. Obviously, right? She would be asking for, hey, can you put a Stonebridge remix together for my song?
Her team was actually working for a while. They knew I would be the perfect fit, and she was on my bucket list, especially in the early days, you know, because I always felt that the remixes were pretty shit, to be honest. Axwell did a really good one back in 2005 or 6, something like that. It was absolutely amazing. And I think Deep Dish did a decent one too, you know. There's been a few, but generally it's like wishy-washy, you know. She deserves, and that's the cool thing with her. She knows the names, you know. She hooked up with that weird French guy no one had heard about, you know, and did a whole album. So she's really clued up when it comes to that. So
Madonna knows.
Yes. So her team sort of put strategically put Stonebridge stuff in front of her. And then she said, yeah, we got to try that guy. And she was really happy.
It seems like a perfect match.
It
Especially,
was.
honestly, because if you listen to Madonna's earlier tracks, when she first started out with the Borderline album, everything else, it's all those real catchy dance music tracks. I mean, they weren't playing any of this stuff. When she did Holiday, everybody was like, honestly, everybody thought she was at that time like a black girl singing. They didn't have a face to her at that time when they started. And it's amazing because even she, to me, she was kind of like that stepping stone to where it's at now, but she never lost it. It's like she kept to her roots. Like even some of her tracks, even now, you know, it's like when Madonna asked you to do something, and her being like that pioneer in that pop world, you know what I mean, where she was crossing over into that R&B market, but then still giving it that dance vibe. I thought it was just amazing, and that's why she's timeless to this day.
No, she's a good. I think she could relax a little bit. You know, she came out with guns and battles. You know, everything was lined up, and she actually suggested that people were ageists without no one saying shit. You know, no one said, "Hey, man, you're too old for this shit." She was sort of prepared, so she went in and defended herself in that way. I felt with this latest campaign.
Yes.
And she doesn't have to defend anything.
No.
I mean, dude, just shows her body of work, and it's like no more questions. So I think she could relax and feel a bit more comfortable, you know, having that body of work, being in control.
And maybe there may be an age factor there too. Maybe I think some people kind of grow
Madonna,
to
though.
but hold on.
I mean,
hold on, but
Rolling
Madonna,
Stones.
yes, a lot. But you know what? We don't know. We don't talk to her personally. There may be something within her internally where she may still battle, and she may still battle a little bit of feeling less confident. And maybe she does feel like, you know, she needs to put certain things out there. I think, honestly, I kind of think it's quite lovely, to be honest, and it's actually quite refreshing that she's still learning and that she's still, in some aspects, still humble, and she doesn't want to feel as though that she's that confident. where she feels like, hey, I'm Madonna, bitch, even though there is the meme that says I'm Madonna, bitch. Yes, we get that, but she still probably internally, and especially as a woman, myself getting older, may question it a little bit more, even though she's not around the Nicki Minaj's and the people who are in their 20 and 30 something still doing their thing, and they're the Rihannas of the world. You feel me?
Yeah, but you can't know, as a 57-year-old, you can't
Yeah.
know
Yeah,
what's
true.
happening in an 18-year-old's head.
Mm-hmm.
You can't sort of rewind back to when because everything was different then.
Yes.
There was no internet, there was no Facebook, nothing. So it's impossible to get in to the kids. What you can do is great music, and you'd be surprised on Spotify now, which is growing like incredibly. And you'd be surprised for people, especially kids, they listen to indie rock, you know, and like dubstep, trap, you know, like rock and all over the place, you know. They're not like genre based. We clubbers that sort of, when it exploded 90s, 2000, we kind of like, we only listen to house. And a techno guy would never go to a trance event, you know, that would be death. It's like, you had these like really small niche markets.
Laser.
The 18, 20-year-olds now, they don't think like that.
Okay,
They like a track.
that's a really good point, because
They like a track.
Yeah.
And it can be reggae, it can be chill out, it can be ambient, it can be an old Bowie single from 1969. It doesn't really matter, because they listen to the music.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this, you know. And especially with Spotify, everything is there, like millions of tracks. So
how important do you think it is to be consistent though as a DJ? Even though you're saying that a lot of these kids are appealing to all different types of genres, how important is it for you, say as a DJ, to maintain your identity as a DJ that everybody knows and wants you to be?
It's extremely important. There is my classic sound, Robin S. and Put 'Em High, and my early hits
Yes.
were pure house. And what people forget is that at that time, that was the only dance music. There was no like, oh, we're going
Show
for
me love.
dubstep trap house tech night tonight, you know. It's like, it wasn't like that. It was, you went to a club and they played up-tempo music, and it was like hooky stuff. Then it got segregated, and you say, how important is it to be consistent? Yeah, it's very important. I move with the times. My BPM show is mainly EDM, because that's the station format. And it's not like I would say, oh, I wouldn't touch EDM because I'm a house guy. I find good songs there. I'm a song man, mainly, you know. Like, for instance, Titanium, I think, is a song that people talk about 10, 15 years from now. What a great song that is.
Yes.
See Titanium. I mean, amazing songwriting. So I find that EDM brought songwriting back to a certain extent. You know, there's a lot more big songs that got played in radio in America. And as a European, we remember the dark ages, we call it, when it was bitches go ho ho. You know. Every single radio station in this country for 20 years, it was hip hop, R&B only.
Yes.
There was no dance. It was mix show.
You're
like
right.
3 a.m. you might get a house guy doing a mix show, and that was your little break on radio. Now, dance music on radio. I was driving in the Mustang convertible in LA, sun was shining, and it was like Drake or something playing, you know, nice. And then Martin Garrix's Animals come on Power 106, which is like a hip hop station.
Yeah.
And it was like, really?
Wow.
But it was kind of refreshing. It was
Yeah.
R&B, like for
Yes.
real. Ooh, you know, and then that Martin Garrix, that next track. There was no like warning, nothing. It was a slap in the face in the sunshine. But it's amazing if you
Full
think
circle,
about
man.
it. Now you get dance music on commercial, you know, mainstream radio in
Yes.
this country, which is amazing. So I think it's been a good thing. It opened up the eyes. Now every city has a club. 10 years ago, no. You had to go to Detroit, you had to go to Miami, you had to go to Vegas
Yes.
to get you had some sort of excuse of a night.
Or you're going to
Or
somebody's
when
house in
Munch
their
put on
basement
a
and
big
listen to
event,
it.
you know, like sometimes.
Yes.
It wasn't like 4 clubs. Like now, you probably have 3 or 4 clubs doing some sort of events every weekend.
Mhm.
10 years ago, that wasn't happening.
That's true.
Right.
It was like someone's basement or like an industry rave or some shit like that.
Yeah. You know, the thing is though, even just, you know, for bigger cities, they have a lot more success in doing that. It's just that in smaller cities like ours, where it seems like the community is still small, it's like we're sharing. We're splitting up that, you know, splitting up those patrons to come and see our shows. Here, you know, that's the downfall here, where I
Well-
feel like there's so many good shows going on and there's not enough
you have 50
people to support them.
You have 50 guys like him that like techno. Then you have 200 guys that like sort of underground house. It's not enough
Yeah.
for one club.
Right.
Whereas in Miami, you have probably 1,500, 2,000 super techno heads.
Right.
Yeah.
They will fill 2
True.
or 3 clubs every night. Same
Yeah.
in New York.
Yes.
Same in Chicago to a certain extent, and LA is building the techno thing there.
Absolutely.
But in the smaller cities, you have the 50 guys, they won't fill a club. It will be the local DJs and then 35, 40 people. And there's a bottom line. You have to rent, you have to get stuff in, you have to promote.
Yes.
And it's just, you can't.
It's a lot.
There has to be a bottom line.
Yeah.
You
It is
do
a
it for
lot.
the love.
Yeah.
You have to pay to play.
Love don't keep the
Yeah.
lights on.
Very, very good. So there has to be some sort of compromise, and I think your radio show is a good thing, and you should try to get it more mainstream, and not music wise, but meaning more people should listen to what you guys are doing here.
Yeah.
Get like a crew, like a circuit, oh, it's those guys, Cleveland, man, that rocks, and you get that Cleveland pride, yeah, it's our boy. I noticed that with Jeff when he plays, oh, that's our boy, like when he did a remix for my track,
Yes.
all the Cleveland people were like, yeah, that's our guy.
Right.
You get the shit. So no, that's very good, because you get a community.
Yes.
And then people get curious, what is that? Those guys seem to have a lot of fun all the time. They bring in people they know, international people, and you get this thing
Yes.
bubbling.
And
then
that's
you
what
get
I
this
feel like
scene.
we're doing
I think you
now.
are.
And I believe that I've been feeling it growing more and more. I'm glad, Munch, you did not leave altogether. Even though there were times where like, I can't do this anymore.
I'll be all saying.
You know what I mean? It's like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Right.
But we're all in this room right now, and we do all share that sentiment, but we all haven't left. Why? Because our hearts won't leave, and because there is something still. There's still something here.
It's
and
all about the music.
It's all about
That's
the
what
music.
keeps me, drawing me back. And I'll forever be involved, because there's certain music of certain artists that's my heartbeat, and I'll die trying to get to where I am.
I am too.
If I had a nickel every time I thought I was going to quit, I'd have a lot better stuff on
Oh,
my
yeah.
sleeve. You just keep plugging away, man. It's just what you do. That's all you know, man. I mean,
Exactly.
20
And
years
you know
in,
what?
what else am I going to do?
Something led me to do this show, and I'm still doing this show, and it's really exciting seeing it grow, little by little, and and even though they're I feel like it's
You have
just
your moments, but
I have my moments like anybody else where you're just like, I'm like, why am I doing this? And it's just, I know why I'm doing it. You know why I'm doing this? When I ask why I'm doing this, then somebody inboxes me or sends me an email and says, oh my goodness, you said something, I'm so glad that you had this show, this got me to my next whatever, or, keep it up, it was awesome, and blah blah blah. And it's just like,
It's the feedback.
or thank you for giving me a forum to be able to speak on, what I mean, or being able to share the things that I was thinking, but I couldn't really outwardly say, but I heard it on your show and it made me think a little bit more, so it's like, so I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm giving like an open platform to this whole community, and it's not just here, it's not just a whole Cleveland thing, but it's something that's spreading all over, because it is an internet radio show, and that reaches worldwide, and people who click and stuff. I have listeners, it was funny when I was like doing the statistics, I'm like, oh my goodness, I have listeners in Japan, I have a few listeners in Brazil, and blah, blah, blah. Oh shoot. Lolo's going worldwide with this.
Yeah, well, that's the beauty. That's the beauty with the internet. It's no more territorial.
No.
Everything is worldwide.
It's
Everything
all-
is global.
Yeah.
And I love that, and it's like, with the traditional radio, it's like, even with the traditional radio, they're now needing internet to support them,
Oh, yeah.
because those airwaves aren't going to be around forever.
it's on its way out.
The problem is that Spotify and on demand, like Netflix, everything. Before, somebody told people that you can see this movie at 9 p.m.
Yeah.
on Tuesday, but it doesn't fit my schedule.
Right.
They don't care. Now you
Yeah.
go on Netflix on like a Monday, 6 in the morning, you can't sleep, so you want to watch a movie then.
True.
Same with internet radio
Yeah.
and Spotify. You can listen to music on demand whenever you like. So this old, rigid radio format with set times doesn't work for people.
No.
True.
They want to do, so you have a replay of your show on internet, they can listen to that
Yes.
When they drive down to
and there's
somewhere.
different formats for it. You know, it's like on SoundCloud, it's on iTunes, and it's on Spreaker, it's on iHeart. You know what I mean? It's all these different formats that people can get to easily. Whatever they choose, they can listen
At their convenience.
at their convenience,
Yes.
which is so awesome.
That's the big difference. Everything is going that way on demand, which has been a challenge in the record industry. We don't sell
Yes.
records anymore because honestly, on your little phone, why do you want to download a file to that cramped little hard drive in there? You know, it's going to fill up really quickly.
Yeah.
You want
So
tracks.
yes, with tracks. So one day someone realized I can go to SoundCloud and press play. And then I put that in a
Stream.
little playlist, or Spotify, you make a playlist, my favorites, my driving tunes and stuff like that, you know. So it's an interesting, and it also made everything really democratic, you know. Before, labels controlled everything. Now it's pretty much anyone can put anything on SoundCloud, which they do. You can find a lot of interesting talent on there, you know, people, because it's not that barrier. You had to go to a label, you had to discuss with A&R, he had to change your music around to make it more accessible. He had to get that famous name remix in order to sell. And before you knew it, your whole idea was compromised. You know, it wasn't your plan. It was something made into something that you could sell. Because you needed to sell units to pay all these salaries and offices and all that. That's all gone.
Yeah.
It's like, you can do whatever you want. You can go on tunecore.com and upload stuff to Spotify and iTunes.
Yeah.
Anyone can do, and they do.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna do a typical interview question, but I just really want to it's for a purpose. You know, what's a typical day like in your life? I just want to know a typical day for what you do each and every day. You know, how do you keep it going this long? What do you do?
Well, that's two questions, really.
Yeah. I'm good at that.
There is some You're a woman.
Yes, I am.
Man, we can't do that, you know. We have to focus on one thing first. So
He's teaching me that, actually, Mr. Ricky Spanish. Go ahead.
no, we're really there's some force, you know. I ask myself, why do I go like 28 hours to Cleveland, you know, it was like flight drama and stuff, to play for 2 hours and then fly back to Sweden? It just doesn't make sense for anyone. But it's some sort of drive. You feel it's important, you know, it's like I have to do this, you know, I'm going to go to Cleveland now. And then, because I'm so impatient, I can't sit in a hotel room like this for 4 days doing nothing until next weekend. So I decided to go back. Because at least I get something done. Plus I like to mix the show in Stockholm. So a normal day is, if it's not a weekend when I'm flying and doing all that, it's in Stockholm. I kind of get going 10 in the morning, and I try not to check email the first thing I do, because that sets the level. You know, it can be a really disturbing email, and it gets you really irritated. It's a good tip, actually. Don't start the day with email. It's just wait until you had a few coffees in, the machine is working, then you can handle the idiots easier. And I have two computers. I'm working on music, and I have, you know, I see the feed, I see notifications, and I just look at it. You know, if it's something interesting, you might, you know, check that and continue working. So that's actually a bit woman-like, you know, like I do two things at the same time.
Okay.
It doesn't disturb me, because I don't check every single notification. I just see, oh, that guy, I don't like him. Okay, thanks. Or there's something important, it looks like an important, oh, I like that guy. Munch is saying something about the event. You immediately check that, you know, and you interact. So people can see. And I know people like that. When you put something and I put a little comment, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because that's a problem I've had with some of the singers. You know, they don't interact in the campaign, and it makes it
I'm
look.
so glad you brought this up. That was going to be my next question. Go ahead.
It's very important that the singer is involved, because otherwise it looks like I'm a DJ type. I found a little a cappella on the floor. I did a little remix and I put it out. The singer's got to be there. Hey, check my new track, man. You know, I wrote this. You know, I did this, and I'm gonna perform it there. You know, people get, oh, that's cool, man. You get that rallying the troops feeling. You know, like I like her. I like that singer. We're gonna support her, and she builds her fan base. We get her fan base behind the record. So it's really, I always interact a lot, you know, when you post some stuff, you know, so people see that it's not like you making something up, because there's a lot of fakery going on. I mean, anyone can pretend that they're doing an event and that this is famous guy that's supposedly supposed to come, and he doesn't show up and he doesn't interact. Yeah. So that's why, and it's not only that, I like you guys, so I but But you know, I know
We like you too.
I know it's important to be visible. You know, like
Yes.
being
Absolutely.
excited, look like you're prepared, looking forward to it. It's also a Cleveland pride thing. You know, this guy likes Cleveland, man. He's our guy. You know, like it's very. And I always thank the city when I'm in the airport. Thank you, Cleveland. I had such a good time, stuff like that. Because I know somewhere deep inside, Clevelanders feel like, wow, what a nice guy. You know, he
Absolutely.
appreciates what we're doing.
Look, Barley having you out months after they already had you out, yes, you were loved here in Cleveland. I'm serious. Like, you don't understand. This is a club that has made its whole foundation on the whole pop culture.
Yeah.
You know, they're all in about pop music, R&B, like, I mean, hip hop, celebrities, sport, you know, sports people come in there, like, you know, basketball players, football players. It's that type of club. Okay, this is your fist pumping bar place. Okay, and that's why we think it's so freaking beautiful that you have been received this well, and that they would say, you know what, we need that guy. We want to have that guy back. Like, really. They're like, oh, man, we got something here, and they really liked you. And you know, you tore the roof off that place the last time, and everybody was left like speechless. Like, where have they been? You know, where have they all been? They had that whole look after that whole set between Osmond and you. It was like over. It was like.
It paves the way to change that venue.
Wait a minute, go ahead.
It paves the way to change that venue into what we want it to be. Like,
Yeah.
it's a cool spot, but it doesn't have to be a sports bar. We can dictate it. We can say, look, we can draw, we can pull, we can bring guys in from overseas, we can
Yeah.
bring in local guys and pack the place. And that, as long as it's lining their pockets, why should they give a shit? So that gives us control at the end of the day. And it shows the people that maybe did come in for sports, or did come in for top 40, or did come in from hip hop, something new. Because those people might just be going there because it's Saturday. And they might just walk in the door and be blown away by a guy like this, or a guy like Jeff, or whoever's up, Derek, whoever's up there playing at the time. And that brings in new people into what we're all doing. So,
Right.
I mean, it's a pretty cool thing that they're even receptive to it, let alone that it's flourishing.
That's why Barley double booked Stone, so he's coming back April of next year. So get in tonight.
We're on the cycle.
We're on the
cycle.
cycle.
6 more months, he's back here in
Awesome.
Cleveland. in
Isn't
April.
this so exciting? I'm just like, I mean, seriously, you know, you do this, this is your good karma. This is your good karma. You know that. This is because your heart is just in the right place. And you know what it is? This is the love that is moving, like they see it, they feel it. This isn't just about, you know, it's the music, but it's you know, delivering that love energy through it. Like you, and when I see you every time, you mesmerize me. Because you've just become the music. You send energy waves out there to the audience that's just saying, hey, you know what, that they're receptive to. They haven't seen it. A lot of people go up there and they do a good show, and they may, you know, get up there and show off and fist pump or whatever and do all these things. You, on the other hand, even though you could probably out DJ probably a lot of these because you've been doing it forever. You don't do it for for that. You do something so loving, and it's just so, and it resonates.
Yeah, I'm
To
really,
everybody, and it resonated to him because
Oh yeah.
but even before you even came here, he talked you up. Like he was just like, we need this guy
We were
here.
best buddies on the way from the airport.
Right, you know, it's like, we need this guy here, and I get why, because Randy, you know, I mean, he's all about that same energy, that same love, and he feels it. Do you agree with me on that, right?
Oh,
Randy?
110%.
Am I hitting on? Am I
Yeah.
hitting it?
Let it-
Okay, go ahead.
I remember the first thing he said was that he's been listening to the show, and he sees that I'm not playing just impressive bangers to be cool, that I'm playing that not so cool track, and he always said, you're the people's DJ. You play for, it's not, you don't have to be specialist to get this show.
Right.
And I remember that's what we talked about, and it's like, finally someone that sees what I'm doing here. You know, it's like not everybody understands.
Right.
Some sad DJ says, Stone, what are you playing that track? It's like 2 months old, you know, and comments like that. You know, so I sometimes play Cascade Eyes, you know, because I love that song, and it's 5
Yes.
years old. I don't give a shit.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah, feel free to play it tonight.
Yeah.
I love it.
I know, I love it
It will
too.
happen. Every time, it just, people get all emotional with that track. It has
I
something
love it.
magic, especially in this country.
Isn't that what we all need though? We just need some of that magic, and you always deliver that magic every time, and that's why even like a place like that, who's known for their top 40, I mean consistent, literally top 40. You don't have to be in, you know, if you're in just, you're delivering something just authentic that, I mean, seriously?
You already touched on it. You know, I'm building a fan base, so every
You
time
are.
I come, I have a little crew, and I see them all excited, so I get excited, and other people say, look at those guys over there, and the DJ, they're having a great time, so they get carried away. That's why I think this used to be a hip hop art and a pop and all that, but other people that are used to sad people, you know, being saw that something was going on over there. Man,
Yes.
this is fun, you know, and they got
feel it.
involved, you know. So we managed to get that room together, which is the challenge, to get the room together. All the people in the room and the music played is communicating to the people. Then you get that
Yes.
the great party. If you have like 25%, you play for them, like some underground guys, they play for their friends behind the booth and they don't look at the crowd.
Right.
The people feel, you know, threatened, you know, it's like, what the hell is this
Yeah.
guy? He doesn't even
So
look
true.
at me,
So
you know.
true. So
You have to acknowledge the crowd and look at them, interact with them, play, and you know, like,
You gotta know how to read the room, that's for sure.
yeah, you learned that before, you know, in the early days of house. You get beer
Right.
cans thrown at you if you played house. So you
Look at
needed to learn to read the room double quick, you know. The trick was, you know, when you started, it was probably mashups and remixes with famous R&B and hip hop hooks, so you could sort of get people.
Oh,
to
go
say, oh, I
ahead.
know
I don't
that.
know. I kind of always stayed authentic though. I mean, like I
Your
started
home
in like
is
I started in like '95, and like I kind of got into it on like the old like Frankie Knuckles type stuff.
Yeah.
So I got into it on the like real stuff. I mean, that was kind of what was popular, and you kind of sprinkle that stuff in. But I've always tried to stay the course, so to
Yeah.
speak, and stay kind of authentic to what I like. I mean, I know you got to play to the room, but I feel like if you can play to the room and stay authentic and kind of educate some people on the real stuff, so to
Yeah.
speak, that's kind of where I like to stay.
Well, when you become technically good as a DJ, you can play 2-3 songs that they don't like,
Right.
but you do it so well
Yeah.
that they still think it's the other, and this.
It's true. Fake them out, so to speak.
The festival vibe is that you play a banger and it's a big silence,
Right.
and there's a new hook coming in. It's like a radio.
Yeah.
I saw a guy, a big DJ in Arizona, and I stayed around just to catch his set. I don't want to mention names, but it was pretty much his 10 latest singles, and the really biggest things, 3.5-minute versions, and it was like silence. There was no mixing, there was no groove, you know, people dancing. It was like big explosions.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this song, you know. Over. Next. It was like, so you probably mixed it up, you know, you played 2 or 3 that you really like, but they kind of fit with that track.
Right,
Dennis
right.
Ferrer, Hey Hey, that was a bit of a
Sure,
hit, so
yeah.
you can play that and kind of take a track before and after. So that's the job we have. We should present new stuff that they don't know that they like yet, but
Mm-hmm.
we know that they will love it
Right.
eventually.
Exactly.
But you can't be bitter and say, you guys suck, you know. I see that sometimes DJs, you know, they complain after, the guys didn't dance, you know, I was playing the best shit, you know, no. Wrong.
Right.
You didn't make that room work, and I think it's very important, you know, you have to look at what you have. Oh, okay, you see it's a very mainstream crowd, you can't then play an underground techno set. It's just you need a plan B.
Right.
Oh, it's that kind of shit, you know, I better give them something. You might get something going and then gradually move into your thing.
Or get some vocals in there.
Yes.
Something to latch onto
Yeah.
for those people. You got to, just like you said, if you walk in and everybody's been playing top 40, you might not play top 40, but
No.
something that's a little more catchy, something
Yes.
that's a little more groovy, where you can kind of latch onto it, that's not so pure
Yeah.
in the DJ producer land, so to speak. But yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so, but I think in general it's a pretty good time. I mean, it's, we have the smartphone problem, you know, everybody's living life through a phone, including me. Yeah, I know. Instagram that shit.
I'll tell you what. Let me just say this. Is actually that's been my bitch thing this past week. I've been putting down my phone more. This, just started because I feel like it's just, to me, it's a time waster. And I feel like I'm not getting a lot of my own stuff done, outside of what I'm doing done. Like, I see little things starting to lag behind. And for me, when I start feeling that, I gotta get back in control of that, and one thing is, if you allow stuff, especially like on social media because I do have a big social media presence, and sometimes it's gotten carried away. You can get sucked into every damn conversation and any whatever, somebody's hitting you up and then you feel the need to have to hit them up right then and there, even though that maybe you might have an appointment, or maybe you were really trying to get to that painting that I was trying to do, and this, that, and the other, and then all of a sudden an hour goes by and like, shit, daggone it. It's just like, and these are the things that I feel that, has been actually weighing me down a little bit, and that's why I said, well, I was telling him, I was like, I'm off here. Every time now I'll go to like, if I'm logged on to like Facebook or something, I'll log out. So I don't have to hear any type of notifications going off, and then I can just handle my business. And when I do need to absolutely post something, I will post something. It's just about getting control.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people live on there.
And I was just losing control. I unplugged that damn song. That was an awesome track. I love that track. I still listen to that track, but I do want to get to the other one. But go ahead.
No,
Randy.
I was going to say, as we start wrapping up here, make sure, I want to know.
How cute are we, by the way? You sleep, you're just sitting on the bed, and we're just all like huddled, like
We can
we're
talk
like a
like
little
this for
club.
hours.
We only got one mic,
No, but I want to hear Stone say, what's coming up in the future, what we got something to look forward to, what's in the works, how's
Absolutely.
your year ending, what's give us something exciting to look forward to.
All right.
Well,
Look at Randy putting on his interview chops. Aww.
Got him on the mic. He's live on the mic.
he's
Okay.
a pro, he's driving.
I know, he's driving.
Yeah. No, it's actually the most spectacular thing that happened is that my booking agent at large, merged with Scam Artist, which is a bigger agency, and they have stuff in Vegas and New York and LA, and so it was kind of, she just informed me, oh, Stone, I merged with Scam, and I've heard from various sources that they've been looking at my socials. You can tell when someone is looking. You get the odd like, you get a little comment here and there.
Yeah.
They're checking you out.
Cool.
And I got this news, okay, now I know why Scam have been lurking around my socials for a while. But I think it's good, and they're really active, I noticed on Instagram, already with the new single. They've been putting it in newsletters, they put it on the site, links to so it's very impressive, So I think I will have a good end of the year, and next year is going to start really well. I'm going to continue with my singles and the radio show on Sirius XM. It's no signs of slowing down yet.
Nice.
That's awesome. Can I get a shout out on there?
No.
Yeah.
That'll
You
cost
can.
ya. That'll cost.
Hey,
No,
I'll
you
fly
can't.
out. I'll fly out for it.
No, of course you can.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome! Oh my god!
I don't do it.
Come on, shut up, Randy.
Say nothing.
Shut up.
Get in where you
He's
fit
like,
in, man.
Whatever, man.
Go, run.
run. No,
Caitlin is getting a shout out today.
yes,
in the show.
please. Yes,
Yes.
give us all a shout out.
Yeah.
Munch.
It's
Pre-recorded.
Munch.
No, he
Your
can't.
friend Munch.
No, he can't. It's limited on that.
You're
and I
so-
respect it. No, it's business. You can't. Trust me, I've asked him. I already got the answer for this, and I know how the industry works. When he's live,
I know.
tonight's
I know
show's pre-recorded,
this.
but he gave a Cleveland a shout out, and so that's
Yes.
that's all we can ask
Of
for.
course.
I think that's-
And I think that's so
It's huge.
freaking
That's a
awesome.
big deal,
Nationally,
man.
nationally, people are.
Do you
hearing
know
it
we're
across the
number
world.
2 right now
for that one viewing? I did see that.
for the freaking 30-somethings to
Yeah.
live like the number 2 city right now?
Yeah, it's coming up. Cleveland's on the rise. I was telling him that next year when he's here, it's gonna be a whole different city. He's here now, seeing it, but what's happening within the next year or two? Hopefully, we can get known for some of our electronic and what we're doing. And
Yes, we are going to do
hopefully
that.
some nice underground clubs, some nice proper. I hate to say
Yes, we
EDM,
are
but
going to
it's
do
happening.
that.
It's happening.
Warm bodies are warm
It's
bodies.
all
man.
happening.
Yes, it's happening because Lolo knows.
I know. I'm setting this bitch in motion.
That's your next year's show.
That's my next year show.
The Force
The Force
with Lolo.
with Lolo. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that title. I want to talk about real quick before we go. Out of nowhere. let's talk about the single. I really like this single. Basically the premise of the single is, two people who have had
They've been
friends for a long time, and then all of a sudden, one day they just wake up out of nowhere, and
they realize that they love each other,
Right.
and they're getting a thing together. This girl, Jamie Lee Wilson, I've known her for years, and she's been
awesome voice.
Yeah, she's good. She's
Amazing.
from Gold Coast, Australia. She moved
Yes.
to LA now, and she's been on me. We meet on conferences, Stone, we got to do a track, and the time was never right, but then it was this year. So we got together and did the track, and it was a bit of a chance because it goes back to my more funky piano style.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought it was the right time. There's a lot of flavor coming back, classic house sound. So
I love it.
Yeah.
I love this track. This track puts you in such a good mood. It gives you hope. Even for somebody that's out there, even if you're in a good relationship, it may actually, bring feelings back to that person that you have loved your whole life, and you look at them the same way. Like that track makes you feel. Whether you're in a relationship or not, or I think it's such a beautiful song.
Thank you, Lola.
Sten, I really do. I'm grooving to this track. I think it's, you are a songwriter. You are a song man. You're just a song man.
Yes, no, it's always been about the song. And if you do tracks that are, designed to sell or end up on Beatport Top 10,
Yes.
you will see a lot of the big artists, they peak, they have a year when they play, and then they play slightly lower down on the lineup, and then they just disappear without a trace. And it's because they went in for the wrong reasons, to make a lot of money. Whereas I've been in this for now 30 years, producing, and what drives me is not that I would headline Ultra next year. That's not the reason. I'd rather play a smaller club like this and connect with people and make my music. And when I play something I made and I see happy faces, that's the payback. Like your show, you get a sweet email from someone, oh man, I listened to your show. That's the payback. That is
a payback.
Then you think that, okay, this is why I'm doing this.
Right.
You get feedback, and as a DJ, you get like hundreds of people, instant feedback.
Yeah.
They like what you do, and you can't beat that feeling. So that's what drives me.
Well, I appreciate you for this is our third time?
Yeah.
It's a charm. Number 3 is very important in the spiritual world.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. I think this is the show of shows. I believe this is the show of shows. And you know what? I'm very humbled. I'm very grateful to you. I'm very honored that you have been so gracious to me. And I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry because I've been an emotional wreck this whole week.
It's his birthday. Come on.
It is his birthday, but no, seriously, I'm sitting in a room, and I'm sitting in a room with people that I respect and admire. You guys inspire me.
You inspire us, Lola. Always smiling, rallying the troops, having a great show, rocking up with your radio thing.
I do, and I know I do. I'm on it. I have a purpose in life, and I'm just obeying the purpose. All the time, and I believe you have a purpose, and you know your purpose. He has a purpose. Yeah, and it's just like
the LOLO quest.
Yes.
Trademark that shit.
The LOLO quest.
You're right.
Trademark.
Don't sleep on that.
I'm not. I am on that quest.
You are the LOLO quest.
And it's such a beautiful paradise that I'm building around me, and it's not even that hard to find paradise. Really, it's not. A lot of people think it's just by dying and go to heaven. No, you can actually find that paradise right here, just being alive and the people that you surround yourself with. And if you're in that same like-mindedness, especially the one where you're in the mind, body, and spirit, that 3.
Mind, body, spirit.
Your alignment. The universe, the mind, body, and the soul, everything.
We need to work now.
Yeah, we are.
Let's go.
We are all connected in some
You can do the connection thing, and we're
gonna go get drink. We're gonna go get a drink. All right, I'll do it. I'll do it for all of us. But I know. I don't believe in coincidences.
No.
I believe that there's you know, we all have that like frequency, and I'm just digging it. I love the energy.
Yeah.
I love the like energy that's in this room that's made its way to each other, and I support it, and I'm honored by everybody that's in this room, and I love every single last one of you guys.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you so much.
You're welcome.
We love you, Lo, for sure. We appreciate you. Keep up the good work. Continue to block out the haters because they're all around you. I see it. I hear it.
Oh man, I'm sure I'll
always-
hear it later for dinner.
Yeah, I always have your back, and I know that you gotta focus, and you're good. You got a man supporting you now that sees the same vision. So, in the end, I know you're gonna be all right. I know that good's gonna come out of this, and it's exciting to know what's to come within the next couple of years. And when you do make a complete career out of this, I believe in you. You're inspiring just as much as Stone here is to me. I'm inspired by both you guys. So keep it up, keep running, don't stop.
God bless you. And you know what? We're gonna be back. The song I'm gonna play for you right now is Out of Nowhere by Stonebridge and Jamie Lee.
We're good. Tacos.
Tacos.
Taco. No,
So I got a break. I'm gonna be doing the break, and then we're gonna be doing.
No, you need that
Jesus.
to look official.
Are you Instagramming that? Are you? All right, you got it.
Mhm.
You got it.
That was a good one.
Thank you. Awesome.
Tonight's gonna be a good flow of music too. Derek's set's gonna.
Oh, Derek
He'll
already
be like
know.
kind of.
I already know.
Little deep house disco.
He-
He's gonna
Very
set you up proper. It'll be really good.
Yeah,
Oh.
you're gonna
Here,
get what
you
you
do
asked for.
You
Yeah.
do
3
any
hour
of this.
funky
I'm gonna go.
leading into
I'm gonna go use your
future house and then
restroom.
bangers in the end
Yeah,
with some hits in there.
yeah, that'll be dope. I think it'll appeal to everybody.
Yeah.
For sure. It's already flying. Time's flying.
Dude, who you telling, man?
5:36. So we're good. We're right on time where we need to be.
Been hustling all day.